South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. Senator, very convenient. I read that story. It seems very convenient. We lost $6 billion. Let's just call it an overvalue of what we already sent. Does that seem about what may have happened here?
Well, I don't know, but I voted with Hawley and Vance on this because I think the American public needs an accounting. This was $6 billion the other way. We didn't overspend. We're apparently, as you said, overvalued. You know, I want Ukraine to win. If Putin wins, there goes Taiwan. So we need to help them militarily with weapons, no soldiers. The cost of this war has been no Americans dead, less than 3% of the defense budget to bleed the Russian army dry. That's pretty good return on investment. But yeah, Hawley and Vance had a good point. I voted with them.
Yeah, so, but again, here's the issue, right? We can't find $6 billion. $6 billion, folks. But right. Somehow,
that's a lot of money,
yeah, it's a lot of money. But how easy? It's an easy line item if the Department of Defense says, you know what, the stuff we sent is just overvalued.
Yeah, well, their amendment requires a different accounting approach, which I agree with. But here's the big picture. Tell me how Putin winning in Ukraine makes us safer. It doesn't. The Ukrainian military has used every weapon we've given them to full effect. No Americans are dying in Ukraine. They're doing all the fighting. The Europeans have spent as much on military aid as we have. Contrary to what you hear, they need to do more. So if you're worried about China and Taiwan, you ought to be. If Putin gets away with this in Ukraine, I think China will have open season on Taiwan. So let's get the accounting right, but not lose sight of the goal, is to punish Putin. He will not stop in Ukraine unless the Ukrainians stop him. And I'd rather them fight Putin than us.
You know, Senator, you were mentioned this morning on the big hearing, the House Oversight and the Ways and Means Committee hearings that had the whistleblowers, the IRS whistleblowers. You were mentioned, I think, by the Democrats, in fact, as somehow, you know, in the middle of all this mess. What are your thoughts on that hearing today?
I think we need it. I think the Hunter Biden email where he's talking about my dad sitting right here with me, they didn't investigate that. Did they investigate the 1023 allegations claiming that there was a Burisma official had 15 tape recordings of Hunter Biden and 2 of Joe Biden talking about bribes? What happened to that allegation? If it went away, why did it go away? What did they do to investigate it? So I think this has been a great hearing, and I am glad they did it, and I'm not going to stop asking questions. I want the FBI and Weiss to tell me what they did with the allegation regarding Ukrainian officials talking to Joe and Hunter Biden.
Yeah, you know, Senator, it's crazy. You know, we're watching this. We're finally seeing some level of accountability. I'm not sure how far it goes. We'd love to see, you know, a gavel in the senator's hands instead on the Senate level in the Democrats' hands. Maybe get a perp walk. Final thoughts, sir.
Yeah, I think if you're worried about the slide to socialism, you're not crazy. If you believe there's a two-tiered justice system where the Bidens get away with stuff and they come after Trump and make stuff up, the dossier was fake, the laptop was real. You can't trust FBI, DOJ anymore. Well, what to do about it? If we have a Republican-controlled Senate, just 2 more votes, then we can stop all the crazy stuff. You know, Grassley be in charge of judiciary, I'll be in charge of budget. We can call these people into the Senate. What happened to the allegation that Hunter and Joe Biden had a conversation with a guy in Ukraine, a Burisma gas official, about money? Where did it go? How did it get disposed of? I can't ask those questions until I'm in charge. So if you want to have an insurance policy against socialism and accountability, make sure we win the Senate in 2024.
Indeed, Senator. Go vote, folks. Go vote. Senator Lindsey Graham, thank you for joining us. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, pal.